Fun Box. It's the Fun Box Podcast. 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 It's the Fun Box Podcast. It's the Fun Box.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fun Box Podcast. My name is Rob. I'm with Joe Messer, baby.
What?
Joe Messer is I've known this guy since I've been 12 or 13 in the Harbortown Trailer Park in Vermilion, Ohio.
Harbortown. Woot woot.
So we're from we're from trailers with skirting. So if you're from a trailer, you know what a skirting is.
Or
Or an expando.
an expando.
Or a shed. Everybody knows what a shed is.
How about like the aluminum roof?
Oh, the aluminum roof.
And you were worried about like when it stormed, you thought it was coming into your room.
Yeah. Well, luckily we put a silver, black, or a white goo on top of our roof. What is it called?
Nobody cares. But it's like it was like
It's sealant, like roof sealant.
Yeah. I think it was more like the same shit they put on the road, But like when you see guys like sealing their driveway, I think it's the same thing. But because it's going on your roof, they give you color options.
Yeah. Well, we had silver. I think there's ways to keep heat. I know white was like really good for to keep heat away. Black was hot. I don't know. They're like, oh, there's different options you can choose. But it was probably a guy with his belly button showing, and he's like, there's different options you can choose.
He's kind of like the Hank Hill of selling propane, but he's just selling trailer park roof sealant.
Yeah, which is funny because the same guy that you would think that makes Tennessee whiskey is that guy. He's like, we did this charcoal filter. We just do it. We do it really good now. We have a big bad process. Well, he's like really southern.
Yeah.
I can't do it justice, but yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah,
it's that guy.
Probably, it's his cousin.
Yeah, oldest distillery in America, Jack Daniel's.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, oldest distillery, and the chief master distiller was a freed slave after the Emancipation Proclamation, or 13th Amendment, or whatever you want to.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's extremely interesting.
I'll
file that away in my.
While being a slave, he had learned. He was a distiller too. Then, but
I wonder if he was a distiller as a slave.
Like he was for sure. But then, once I don't know if Jack Daniels had him as a slave. That's a good possibility. Maybe it'll give him a bad name. But this had just came out, and so it could be a possibility that Jack Daniels owned. Nathan Green was his name. So he invented the charcoal filter.
What?
Yeah, for Jack Daniels.
Wow.
Yeah, Nathan Green, I think. I think that's what it was. I'm gonna double check that.
Rob, your lava lamp, dude, has a disease.
Oh yeah, it's just started up. I should have started it earlier. That's what
I don't think I've ever seen the beginning phases of a lava lamp. It's not lava-ing.
You never had.
The crazy thing is, I own a fucking lava lamp, and I mean my kids have it in their room, but I don't think I've ever watched it start like that.
Right.
That's very weird. Makes me want to pay more attention to it.
I never knew that about lava lamps.
No.
It's wax or something, and it gets heated up.
Yeah.
And it starts looking all gnarly. Then eventually it goes. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I like the gnarly phase.
Yeah, Nathan Nearest Green was his name. Incorrectly spelled Nearest in an 1880 census was a black head distiller, commonly referred to now as a master distiller. Green was hired as the first master distiller for Jack Daniel's distillery.
Wow.
But not until after his death was he recognized as the first. Wow, that sucks when you die. That's when things happen,
Yeah.
It's when you make a name for yourself.
Yeah, that happens.
That's how it always happens usually. I think if like Jim Morrison was still alive, he would be like, "Oh, he was so. Oh my God, Jim Morrison.
I don't know. Jim Morrison was the shit, but I don't think it would be as romantic if he didn't die.
Chicks love dead hot dudes.
Hot dudes, yeah.
The Crow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, The Crow was never that good of a movie until...
He died?
Until he died. And then all the chicks were like, oh my God, he's so emo and leathery and dead.
And leathery. That's funny. I play every Thursday at the Old Prague, and to mark the occasion of the first Thursday night, Mike took out a $5 bill and we all signed it. But it was a $5 bill from 1963. And I was like, damn, that's an old $5 bill. And it was still nice and crispy. I was like, this is as old as JFK's corpse. Damn.
Super true.
Super true. That's just as old as his corpse. Probably older. He died in today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, today was
Rob,
the
you're
anniversary.
just full of fucking bullshit facts today.
No, I swear. He died.
I feel like I gotta get caught up.
I'm just getting lucky.
I'm
just landing.
Where's the Googles at? Need to get on the YouTubes.
Yeah, he died this day in November 1963. I think. Whatever. If I'm wrong, then screw it. I'm pretty sure it's today.
Cares.
Whatever.
You know what though? If you wouldn't have said anything, there's one asshole out there like, oh yeah,
I know. Well, actually, it is an important. It is a very significant. It's very significant. I think him and like 3 other presidents were the only people that got assassinated.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, especially for his time.
Oh,
Because we had like badass guns.
Yeah.
Somebody filmed the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Live television.
Yeah, or whatever it was. I forget what it was. But I know it was on one of those 1963 type cameras.
Yeah.
Old timey camera.
A camera that had millimeter in the name.
Yeah.
It was a millimeter camera.
Yeah. But I'm here with Joe Messer here, everybody, and not only does he work with the service of the car service. What do you call it? You a service advisor?
No, I'm a parts and service director.
A parts and service director for Chevy.
For Spitzer Chevy. So I'm in charge of all the technicians and the service advisors, and I'm technically in charge of the parts guys, but I have a really experienced, seasoned parts manager, so I don't really even have to deal with it. But I do all the stuff that nobody wants to do. So like when people are angry, like, my car's broke for the 3rd time this week, then I get to deal with that guy.
Right.
And and that's what I do there. But it's kind of shit job. I mean, I like working at where I work at it. That they're good people and all that, but man, it's tough. It's a lot of angry bitching.
I mean,
people.
You can't. Yeah, it's kind of like. I mean, that's what life is. It's like your job is, even if you own a restaurant, you're there to make food for hungry people.
Cranky, and they're cranky. Hungry. And the bad thing
when you don't eat.
Bad thing is about cars is, people make emotional attachments to their cars. They name their cars. They're in their cars all the time, and then they're like, how many times I get people call like, Billy's having a hard time driving down the road. I'm like, who the fuck is Billy? Oh, that's your car. Okay, so what's wrong with Billy? And they have this emotional attachment, but they don't realize they're driving a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, I always use this analogy with people when they don't understand why their car is unreliable. I'm like, it's like a really advanced tractor. Do you go out and yell at your lawnmower because it doesn't cut the grass? No, you don't, because it's a piece of machinery. It's gonna fucking break.
Yeah.
You just, but, that's what you deal with. That's what you sign up for, I guess, when you do that job. And I've been doing it a real long time, so that kind of stuff doesn't really even faze me anymore. I kind of look forward to it when I have somebody just flying off the handle. I'm like, yes, I'm going to go break this guy in half. It's a challenge, but it's, it is what it is.
Yeah. On the side, though.
On the side.
Joe Messer has a business titled KT Bar
Pronounce it, Rob.
Equine.
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 Yeah, Katie Bar Equine.
Equine service.
Yeah. See, Rob's sporting the shirt. Vlabat, Vlabat. So yeah, Katie Bar Equine, man.
Got it right here. Bing. Horseshoe.
Yeah, it's a farrier, is what it's called by trade.
Oh, okay. A farrier. I can't get situated on this freaking stool.
That's all right.
Bad idea for the stool.
Learn better. Yeah. So yeah, shoeing horses is what I do, and yeah, it's a really nice hobby. A lot of people can't do it, and I think that's what I like about it, is that it's a super old trade. It's actually the one of the oldest trades in the world. Just generally being a blacksmith and horseshoeing and all that stuff. I think the only trade that's older than being a farrier is being a barber.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hair.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Cutting hair. It's crazy. I was watching this video on wild horses and how they don't seem to look at human beings as a huge threat. It doesn't seem like it.
No, they don't. And even horses in captivity don't really see us as a threat too much. It's almost like let me put this out there. Horses in the wild are very independent. They're very stubborn. Horses in general can be very stubborn, but wild horses don't give a shit about you. And and I had been around horses for a while, and before I encountered my first Mustang, like off the range, that somebody had like went and captured, and they were gonna train it and break it and do all this stuff. And most of the time with horses, like when you're training a green horse or a young horse, and if they get excited or start flailing around or whatever during the process, they were born on the ranch and they had been handled from birth, so they come out seeing people and understanding and knowing what people are. So they're rarely outwardly aggressive. They're just scared and confused. Okay, so that's how they get dangerous, is they get scared and confused, and they're just 1,200 pounds and they run you over on accident. But a wild horse,
naturally, yeah,
a wild horse will stare you down and try and kill you. They will destroy you. Yes, and it was the first time I had encountered that, because most of the time in training horses, the most effective way to train a horse, I feel, is to be a very dominant person. Like, you have to be more dominant than they are in order to get them to listen.
You do a service for that, so you meet horses for the first time, and you have to pick up their feet.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of their training process when they're babies. Like, as soon as a horse is born, they start playing with their feet.
So it doesn't matter who it is?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who it is. Specifically, my business and what I do is...
they're like dogs or a lot of different animals, different people. They act differently.
Oh, yeah, no, horses act differently around different people.
Okay.
Especially, like, if I go out for the first time, let's say it's a horse that's, 10, 15 years old, and it's obviously had its feet done, because they got to get done every 6 to 8 weeks. So it's had its feet done hundreds of times by now. Just because I'm a new person, they don't know me, I might have a different body posture or level of dominance or whatever going into the barn, they're going to, like, almost look at me like, okay, what are you going to do? Are you a good dude? That kind of thing. And I found that 90% of problems with horses, in terms of training problems or them getting upset when you're trying to work on their feet or them getting upset when you're trying to run them, most of that comes down to the horse not trusting you or you not trusting that horse. And so I always work really hard to establish a good level of trust from the beginning.
Right.
So, like, the perfect example is last week I worked on a horse for the first time. And really nice horse, but he had an old injury on his leg. So he didn't like to support his body weight on the leg. So when I would pick up his leg on the opposite side, he would kind of get shitty about it, And through course of me not letting him have his other leg back, and when he would relax and give up and then I'd put his foot down, it showed him that I'm not there to be an asshole, but I'm not going to let him get away with shit either. And then I spent 15 minutes with him just establishing that. And then after that, he was fine. He did, he needed to know I wasn't trying to throw him around and that he can stand on 3 legs while I do this, and that no one's going to try and eat him in the process.
Right.
So horses are prey animals.
Yeah.
So originally, when they are being handled like that, their brain tells them they're going to get eaten by something. So they have to trust you enough to know that you're not trying to eat them.
Yeah. It's funny though, the people that love horses, I hear this frequently. I mean, not a lot, but it's like somebody that's real used to their horse, and it's like a giant like trade horse or something, or what do you call it?
A draft horse?
Draft horse, yeah.
Yeah, like a big horse. Like
Yeah,
a
trade draft.
That's okay.
They like it's a big dumb animal. They say yeah, it's just a big dumb animal.
Yeah.
And I mean, they love the horse, but they just have like this confidence with this gigantic creature that can destroy you, easily, like kick you in the head. And
oh yeah,
you'll be retarded or kill you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think it's funny because like you can find this in different horse breeds, and you can find this in different within a breed. But some horses are extremely intelligent, and some horses just aren't. And John Wayne had a great quote that said, "There's nothing better to ride than a dumb horse," because if a horse is too intelligent and you have them on a task, let's say you're riding a horse and you're just on a trail that he's been on 100 times. If he's really smart, he's going to get bored and he's going to start acting up. Horses have the emotional capacity of an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So just like any 8-year-old kid, when they get bored, they're going to start fidgeting. They're going to start goofing off because they don't want to do whatever you're doing. But if you have a really dumb horse on that trail ride, all he wants to do is make you happy. Yeah, let's just ride this trail. Where a smart horse, that's a horse you use for work. You get out in an open field with 100 head of cattle, and he helps you pick a cow out, and he helps you ride the fence and run cones or do whatever you're doing. If he knows he's got a job, he's gonna be a lot better off. But that being said, they are big ass animals. Like those draft breeds and stuff, they can get 2,000-3,000 pounds depending on what breed they are.
Yeah.
Like I worked on a horse about 5 years ago when he was a stud colt. So he was 2, and he's a Belgian. His name was Jack, and he's right now the biggest horse in Ohio. And he's going to compete to be the biggest horse in America. And this horse is almost 3,400 pounds. Like he's just
wow.
I mean, his head is 3.5 feet long. He's just immense.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we're in Ohio, Vermilion, Ohio.
Yeah.
And every year I try to go to the Lorain County Fair.
Yeah.
You get to see all types of a variety of horses there. And when they're in their stables or wherever they're keeping them, you're walking to their asses to you. And some of them don't have like any kind of barricade, and I'm like going dead center because if they kick me, I'm like fucked, and they're like in kicking range for all these kids and everything, and I'm like, and I've never seen anybody get kicked or heard anybody getting kicked, and but it's freaks me out. And the older I get, like remember when we used to jump on trains and like like make napalm and I can't do things like that anymore. Like, or just being around horses that big, not knowing, like, they could just kick you in the freaking head at any given moment.
Yeah.
Like, this one horse had a, maybe that's why the door was closed. It was a big wooden door, and the horse just went, boom, and kicked this door, and it's just like, and this thing is like 12 feet tall. I don't even know. It's huge.
Huge.
And, the owner's like, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, dude,
it's funny thing is it's really uncommon for a horse to kick. Most of the time, so if you're ever like in a barn and you see a horse that's got a red flag tied in its tail, that means a horse is a kicker.
Oh yeah.
It's more common to get bit.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's probably why they're backwards. There's a lot of horses that they don't like bite, but they're real mouthy. Like they want to reach out and use their lips to like grab your shit, and they'll like make your hair all wet and nasty. But some horses do like to nip, and that's more common because a lot of horses have oral fetishes. Like it's just like with a cat or a puppy.
A lot of people do too.
Yeah. in a good way. But if they get pulled from their mothers too soon, or some horses can develop they can learn bad habits from other horses or whatever. But it's more common for them to bite and nip than it is for them to kick. But I've been kicked several times, and the other way, it's no fun.
No, it's like whenever you feed them, you keep your hand
hand flat. Yeah.
Because their mouth is just like
huge. Yeah. And the funny thing is, their mouth runs like, if you look at a horse's head, it's this long. Their teeth go all the way back.
Oh yeah.
So,
forget about that. They get it, and then it slowly they grind it up.
Yeah, they grind it up as it goes back. Yeah.
Maggie loves the smell of horse shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it reminds her of her childhood.
Oh, did she have horses growing up?
Her grandma did.
Oh yeah, dude.
She loves the smell of horse shit. It's a shitty smell, and she loves it, and which works out for me because when she goes down on me, I'll know I didn't wipe good enough when she gets nostalgic.
That's fucked up.
No, yeah, it's like I look at my naked body in the mirror, and I'm like, she's got to be the better half because why would she? She must really love me. Look at this, disgusting. Yeah. And then I look at her naked body. I'm like, wait, I'm the better half.
Oh no,
my standards are way higher than hers.
That's true. That's funny, dude. Well, it's funny. Like,
I have I have a better palate for for what's attractive.
Dude, I feel bad for women though because guys
they got to deal with it.
Ugly fucks,
you have to have a good personality.
Yeah,
that's what it
ugly
is.
fucking monsters. I mean, like the hair is one. Like just all the outwardly weird shit. Like look at dicks. Dicks are ugly. Oh, fucking hideous.
Joe Camel looks like a dick. His face looks like a penis.
Yes.
Random thought, but check out Joe Camel next time.
Yeah.
His fucking whole face looks like a dick. Like a ball sack and dick. It's like that's totally.
You're super passionate about this, Rob. Fucking Joe Camel and his dick face.
But hey, man, this is a childhood friend of mine. This is what we do.
Dude, remember when we were kids and we were at the trailer park and we would play like music with the door locks in the cars?
Oh yeah, we do make
flap it.
Yep. Make a beat out of the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your body is a water lamp. Body is a water running in my hand. I was doing Aaron Neville the other day. I don't know how much, but I love you. The touch. The feel of cotton, the fabric of my life.
What's funny is every time I hear that, okay, so you would think that you're talking about like a cotton shirt, sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Something beautiful. But for some reason, my brain goes to...
A black guy singing about cotton?
No, a roll of toilet paper with cotton on it. Cotton toilet paper. So now every time I hear that song, I think about him wiping his ass. And maybe that's why he sings like that. He's like, touch the feel of cotton.
The touch, the feel of cotton. The fabric of my life. Dude, Aaron Neville's a shit dough.
Yeah.
Dough.
Aaron Neville's a shit dough.
I work in Illyria.
Dough to go.
But yeah.
Dough.
Yeah, man, dude. Horses. It's cool though. Up on Main Street where the hardware store is, they still got the horse fucking hookups things.
Yeah.
And they're original. And the jailhouses has them too.
Yeah, the hitching posts.
Yeah, the hitching posts for the
and
for
if
the
you
cops
look,
and stuff.
A lot of people don't realize, like, if you look around town, especially in like Berlin Heights, there's these very large. Sometimes they're sandstone or whatever stone was popular in that town, but these really large blocks. And most of the time they're like a foot tall, about 3 foot wide by like 3 foot wide, And those were mounting blocks. So you would ride your horse up there so you could get off on a step. Or like that's where the buggies would stop and you'd get out on a step. So, and those are really popular. If you find them on your property, you just leave them. You dig them out and everything so that they look cool. And
right.
So, and you'll see them on the side of the roads a lot, like in smaller towns. Like I'm sure if you drive around downtown Vermilion, you'll find them. And then like downtown, like Amherst and stuff, they're all over the place. So.
Yeah. Original,
yeah. I always thought it'd be cool to like move downtown and then like just ride my horse around town like they used to back in the day.
It's really cool, these YouTube videos, because a lot of people love history, love doing. It's wild how original some towns maintain their, like a Vermilion. I think the only thing that's different about Vermilion than how it was back even in the 50s or the 40s or 30s is the tree growth.
Yeah.
I can only imagine either they cut down all the big ones and now the little ones that they planted. I couldn't imagine like in the 50s it was probably bare, like super bare.
Yeah.
Like everything they cut down, they're like starting new.
Yeah,
And now everything's like overgrown. Everything's getting real big, and it's like it's hard to imagine the history when we have the earth growth around us that happens, because that, in a way, you could look at the 50s and it'll look like an industrial new age where there's no trees.
Yeah, and
Or
it's
there's
just
like
because
tiny little
growth.
trees because they're not grown yet.
Well, what's crazy is my wife Kathy was doing this research on the area. She just thinks the history of our area is really, really cool. And there was a railroad that ran a trolley. Actually, it wasn't a railroad. It was like a trolley track that ran through this area that went almost down like where Route 6 is now. So, like, you remember on like Route 6 at the end, right before the S, before you get to Harbortown, there was the castle-looking house on the left-hand side, on the south side of the road.
On what?
On Route 6.
On Route 6.
Going to Harbortown.
Yeah, the Castle House.
Yeah, the Castle House.
That's like that's pre 13th Amendment.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Kathy and I know the ladies that own that house, so we got to go through it and do like a tour and everything. It's really cool. But there is a little shack. It looks like a bus stop out in the front yard.
Yeah,
and that was actually a trolley stop.
Oh, it was a trolley stop.
It was a trolley stop. And if you notice, there's a trolley stop right there. And then there's also one like just maybe 50 yards away from it. Mm-hmm. The nice one was the master's trolley stop, like for the people that lived in the house. The little one, the kind of shittier looking one right after that, was for the servants.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And there's trolley stops all over the place. And there was a theme park with roller coasters in VOL.
Yeah, I know about that
And there was a theme park and roller coasters in like the Beulah Beach area.
Yeah.
And like that's why this is called Vacation Land.
Yeah.
Because what they used to do is like be from like Toledo to Cleveland. This was just a bunch of little amusement parks, and you could take the trolley to go to all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Kathy could tell you all the like the dates.
Which
and the
is kind of crazy.
Kind of
Metal detector people, they research areas and they'll go. I'm surprised I don't see a lot of metal detector folks. Well, then again, that's an eccentric hobby.
Yeah.
But it is amazing hobby. It's awesome. Like when you there's things you can find
really cool stuff. Then
really cool stuff. Like like there's some people YouTube channels out there that these people find. They're just well versed on like what kind of coins and like the history and where these coins.
Yeah,
are
they'll like
from.
find this weird coin in the dirt and know exactly what it is.
The craziest guy is he lives in Vermont and there's coins from like English coins from the 1600s. He's found a 1780 on the surface of the dirt.
Really?
Yeah, like it was just dropped. That's how it's just, to me, that's just so, I love that shit. I love weird that like nobody touched that area or saw that for
somebody
that
stepped
long.
on it, and like didn't even look down.
Or something, or he's in the mountains of Vermont,
Okay.
And there's just different, or there's different way passage areas. He just does some research on like there was this at this point.
Yeah,
and it's really wild in the woods. There's a lot of woods in America that weren't woods at one point.
Yeah,
and when you're in the woods and you see like a cave or like something that goes down and there's like stones. I was a cellar for like a building, like a house. Mm-hmm. And the way Americans are, we're consumers. We build things, and if it goes away, if anything, it lasts for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And that's it. We don't make things that last forever because we don't, we're just about the moment, in the good old United States. And then in Europe, they have toilets older than our country,
Yeah. Right.
And, but it's cool though, man. I love these kind of people. You learn a lot from them, and they have this amazing hobby, and they find a really amazing stuff. Mostly buttons.
Oh yeah,
it's buttons all the time. If you think it's a coin, it's a button all the time.
Yeah,
and it's usually it's really cool. He keeps the buttons because a lot of the times it's just old as fuck. Like he finds pilgrim buckles, like from colonial buckles, from shoes and all the time. Like harmonica reeds.
Yeah.
But the good stuff is the coins. The good, like if it's in good condition, it's good. But it's always there's always the main guys in the world that have like a pristine version. I mean, they kept them forever, and then you get this guy that finds them in the woods 300 years later or whatever, and they're not that worth as much as somebody else's, but it's still cool as fuck to find something like that. And yeah, man. I was going with the Vermilion, Ohio, though. I couldn't imagine. It had to. Right now, it's hard to figure out what things looked like back in the day when you see it so old and grown and like not dilapidated, but time. Time is the best artist.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like they did that for us. Like planted those trees. And to line up the roads, to overhang the walkways. But you can't even use the walkways. Like if you have a stroller, you're gonna bump because all the roots are growing under the walkways, making all the sidewalks all like gunk. So it didn't look like that when it was first made. It was pristine.
Yeah.
And it was like, so if we took a trip back in time, we'd be like, are we back in time or are we just in a really nice area?
Yeah.
Like what is going on? Like, look at that house. It has a really nice paint job on it.
Yeah. It's actually a paint job. It's not a vinyl-sided house.
Right? What kind of, yuppies live there?
Yeah.
But it's like a middle-class dude that just painted his own house. And now it's it gets all the red, rusts away, all the wood. Time gives you this illusion of what old things are. And it's really, when it was back then, it was like, how we see shit now. I don't know. It's weird. I even look at black and white footage like that. I'm like, it wasn't black and white.
Yeah.
Like people, like Aborigines were seeing shit in color. They were probably doing acid trips and seeing like kaleidoscope crazy shit, and they're like, oh my God, just like we do now,
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's just wild. It's wild that we were reaping the benefits of standing on the shoulders of giants that worked and sacrificed and died for this awesome, like this computer that's giving me imagery where I can record things on it. It's just, I love it, man. I love the now, but I almost have to say more than like I said, if I took a time machine back then, it'd be like, okay, it kind of just looked like this without my awesome MacBook. And
so let me ask you this: what if it was the roles reversed though? Like, what if they took a time machine and come up here? You think they'd be disappointed?
I don't think so. No, they would look at this computer and be like, "What the shit?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I dreamt about this or something."
Yeah.
They'd be
like, all right, Google me.
Yeah, Google me, dude. We were riding horses, man. We had or some guy like, I was on my Ford Model T.
Yeah.
Trying to find directions. And damn,
yeah,
I had to go. He's like, I had to go 15 miles, man. It was horrible. And we're like, oh yeah, 15 miles.
Yeah,
well, it must have been really horrible. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I go 25 to work every day and back. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
How do you drive 25 miles in one way and 25 another?
Oh yeah. By the way, we fly through the air like nothing.
Yeah.
We own the sky. Did you know that we own the sky now?
Yeah.
What?
I drive a Chevy.
What in the tarnation?
Yeah, what in the tarnation? I drive a Chevy. It's made out of Axis Scud missiles and Falcons that do arm wrestling.
That's a George W. one right there. Well, what we do is we have the best Scud missils. You could ask your mom,
Chevys.
you could ask your family. They told you, I told you.
And then we take them Scuds and we turn them into Chevys. I don't drive. We turn them into Chevys.
Now what you got to do is you got to get your Scud missiles and your drones, and you bomb the living motherfucking crap out of them. that was my Obama. There we go. Had
There's no Obama.
Slide that guy in
There's
there.
no Obama. We don't drive no Fords. Fords are made out of coach purses, tampons, and saggy titties.
No, he talks smooth, so he was awesome.
Yeah.
He's the smoothest talker, dude. But we came a long way. And it's cool, though. I live in a town that embraces the history, but at the same time, they're going to be the last ones. I guarantee they're probably the last ones to get the electric. Like, Lorraine got it way before us.
Yeah, for sure.
And Lorraine's our sister city, or not sister city, I shouldn't say that.
Well, actually, no, that's not true. The Castle House we were talking about earlier was the first house in Ohio to get electricity as its main source of light.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Of course it was.
They still have the fucking old fuse box. They kept the old fuse box in there and to restore the house. So Thomas Edison came to that house and oversaw the install.
Nice.
And
no shit. Nobody talks about this. It'll come up one day. Pawn Stars just now did a episode in Vermilion.
Yeah.
Recently.
Well, dude, we should. You'll have to come over sometime. We'll go over there and I'll show you. We'll go over there and do the tour. It'll blow your skill.
No way. You could you have access to that place?
Yeah, I told you. Me and Kathy know the people that own that
Oh,
place.
oh God.
That's in my Annabelle had her 16.
I didn't know you had complete you could just go there.
Yeah, we'll just call them, tell them we want to come over and check it out.
Dude, me and Maggie would love that.
Really?
Maggie's been wanting to see that place for.
Oh yeah, dude. It's super cool.
We were online looking at that place, looking at the inlet. We were
You can book it for parties.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
the
what they do.
ballroom that they got.
Yeah, that's what they do with it now.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, and they supply all the antique furniture and shit. Turn on a fireplace.
That's where we should have our next eventually we'd like to throw a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Tiny Halloween party, but I'd like to throw a big one, and that's where I would like it at.
Yeah. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's where we had Annabelle's 16th birthday party. She had a masquerade ball there. It's called the Rumsey Mansion. Wow. Yeah, it's really cool. And they do tours. Dude, they have a staircase. It's got a small turn, and then it goes up to the second floor, and the staircase is all notch and groove. There's no nails in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
and then they have this
that.
door that's all hand chiseled, all these crazy lock and key looking things, and it's really cool. Yeah, really cool.
Well, I just look at that building. I feel like a child when I think about that, because I forget that I'm 35 now, and I could actually just communicate with people, and maybe I could get a peek inside.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm just
I could find out who owns it, send them an email, and be like, yo.
Yeah. Hey, dude, what's up with that building? Man?
Yeah, that's a pretty cool house. Think I could check it out sometime?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so I romanticize over that history, and I love it, man. I love it. It's just America's unique in that we make everything out of wood, and if it still survived, it's oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people in Europe, obviously, like I said, everything's so. There's bars, and I think in the Middle East and in Europe that have walkways made out of granite, and they were steps, but now for thousands of years, as people walked, it's rounded off.
It's a ramp.
It's a ramp. And they that takes so much time to do that. And they still have them, and they still use them as buildings. And then it's what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
The only thing we got, we got anything made out of stone. Mount Rushmore is going to last forever. A really long time.
Yeah. But
as far as the Industrial Revolution or things in modern technology, the Empire State Building is, as far as steel goes, it's going to last a really long time. Mm-hmm. Steel.
Well, it's steel and stone, so.
Yeah. And the rivets that they did, the way they built it, it's actually amazing how fast that thing was built. It's amazing. The whole story about the Empire State Building is.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. How many. It's kind of like you could say they used immigrants to come here to be workers.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But it is what it is. Obviously they got paid. Some died. Right. That's a big building, but it is the American way, and it is that tightrope with no safety net.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's you gotta You got to keep working. That's what you got to do.
So I know we were trying to like save this for a fucking thing, but I really want to try this whiskey.
Oh yeah.
So, but
no, I was saving it for now. For
right now. Okay, good. So I'm gonna try this whiskey. It's McCormick. And the reason I bought it is because it was $9.
Show the label to the camera.
$9. And I've been on this kick lately of trying to find the cheapest whiskey, or like Canadian whiskey, bourbon.
The cheapest best whiskey? Or
yeah, the best,
cheap.
Like the best $10 bottle I can find.
Well, the cheapest best whiskey is Jack Daniel's Old Number 7, I think.
No. You're backwards. I want to find the best cheap whiskey.
Oh, you're talking like dirt fucking
like
cheap.
I'm talking like if you're spending more than
so
$10 a bottle.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
I want to find the best whiskey for $10.
Dude, that's like really trash cheap though. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
No offense.
No, it is. It is. And
your beard justifies your cause though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, I actually put more money in my beard product to come over here than I did that bottle.
I bet, yeah.
Okay, so
he has a beard. How can he afford all the oil and Stryton and the rice?
So
that man, he's doing something on the side. I don't know,
but I'm excited to try because I haven't tried this one.
He twists his mustache,
and it looks good. How can I say that? It looks good.
Oh man, it does not look good. Look at the. Okay, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna show you guys the difference of the crafted bottle between like a cheap whiskey. Obviously, it's got to be cheap because they don't want to spend the money on the bottling. You can't. This is basic bottling. They probably use the same bottle and they buy the bottles from the same bottle company that makes vodka brand vodka.
Yeah. There's the vodka brand vodka. They also make that's the same guy that they get their Canadian Mist bottles from.
Yeah. So this is the bottle like shape you'll ever find. I like that, Joe. I just want to show this bottle shape of something. It's not too expensive. It's $66 for a single barrel proof Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. But they sell these bottles, and I think they go for like $16.
Just the bottle.
Just the bottle. So.
But how about this? What if we poured $10 whiskey into that bottle? But do you think the bottle would explode in anger? Fuck you! Get out of me!
Dude, it would cheapen this bottle.
That bottle would feel molested.
It'd be like a really nice house with solar panels on the roof, and then a trailer
parked right
next to it.
My bottle of whiskey is the trailer parked next to it.
Like a really nice, like, I don't know, one of those like like those rich motherfuckers with the White House pillars in the fucking front.
Yeah, they have like that's like a name for that. That's
they want to look like the White House.
Yeah.
That's a
plantation.
They're the type of people that put the American flag on the pole.
Yeah.
With the light shining up on it.
Every day. He's just looking at you all condescending.
Yeah, he's like,
get off
you don't do it.
Yeah. You're not this
I'm a true American.
Yeah. I voted. Fuck you.
Dude, that's going to be me, dude.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
I'm turning into Archie Bunker, straight up. Like, it's going to happen. I'm going to be an old guy and be like, Maggie, I'm sorry. This is what I got to do. To be a better man.
Yeah. Dude, I find myself doing that. I'm going to be the guy that, like, sits on my porch watching the little bastards get off the school bus. Get off my yard!
Honestly, I don't think I'll be like that. Like, I'm afraid to have a kid because I'm afraid I'm going to laugh at my kid when my kid says something smart ass to Maggie.
Dude. No, it does. Like, you do.
And I'm like, that was a good one.
Yeah, you do. You don't prepare for that because that shit does happen all the time. You know, it's like Kathy was yelling at Killian and she's like, man, Killian's 6. So he's full of all these little smart-ass remarks, and he doesn't mean them to be smart-ass. In his mind, he's just trying to find a way to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
So, like, Kathy says, Killian, I'm going to go in the back room, do some stuff. Don't leave the house. And he goes, okay. So he's watching TV. So what's he do? She's in the back room. She hears the door close. She's like, what the fuck? So she goes out there, right, not in the house. She goes out on the porch, yelling for him, Killian, get out of here. No response. Killian. He finally comes running around the house. She's like, what are you doing? I've been yelling for you. And he said, but Mommy, my ears are so small. I just can't hear well.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you're gonna laugh at that shit. But anyway.
Dude, we're going to have to wrap it up. Let's play a song. Want to jam?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's 46 minutes in, and I'm going to keep it live. This is going. My episodes keep getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah, I bet.
So what I'm going to do, I'm probably. I don't even have to say this.
Dude.
I'm going to edit it. Is that good?
It's really
Oh, yeah.
good.
How's that whiskey?
Dude,
yeah,
that is
good.
fantastic. You want to try it?
Not really.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Tastes like
You
water.
don't hate it.
Tastes like water. I'm drinking.
Well, no, it tastes like water because there's 2 melted ice cubes in it. It sat too long. We're too busy bullshitting.
It's too sweet for me. It's a little sweet. Ugh. I don't know, man.
Let's try it with no ice.
Whiskey, guys.
Yeah, but look at the color difference.
Get used to it.
Look at the color difference. Look how dark yours is. See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yours is Jack, so it's...
Well, it's aged a lot more and stuff like that.
Oof. Oh, it smells a lot different with no water in it.
All right, y'all. Not sure what we're going to do.
That is not good. Dude, I'd still drink it, though. Here, now taste it real quick. Just try it.
Dude,
Just fucking do it, Rob.
God.
Quit being a bitch. You know you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Listen, you know how many times you made me drink Mad Dog in a river? I don't want to hear your
In a river.
I don't want to hear your
I've never made him drink Mad Dog in a river.
bullshit.
A creek, maybe.
Yeah, a creek. Yeah, definitely a creek. Remember when, like...
A little babbling brook.
Yeah, you remember when,
A
like...
tributary to a babbling brook.
Remember when, like, Matt Baird could finish a whole bottle of Mad Dog? And we were like, whoa, how'd you do that? We were here pissing our pants and shit, trying to figure out how to do it. All right, go for it, dude.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we play?
Playing the giddies. We could have planned that a little better.
Yeah, this is what it's like, guys. This is the Fun Box Podcast, so this is what you get. Tuning.
This is our number one hit called B.
Called E-A-D-G-B-E. I need to think of a mnemonic for that because I always forget it. And I've been playing forever, dude. All my musician friends hate me right now.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, right.
You don't know all the strings I got. I really, honestly, I suck so bad at music. I just make songs. I'm like a trap. Like I should live in a trap house in East Cleveland, because they love music and they do it, and that's how I do it. Like how they do it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I get that. I do it. It's a means to an end. That's what I do it for.
You know what I really like?
I don't know how the craft of it, like the do 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 bing go 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 make it up ding ba do ba do bang. Can't do it because I am so distracted by life.
Yeah.
But I want to get the song done. That's all. I just want to make a song. That's all I want.
Just get it over with.
But anyway, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll do that one. That's like.
I don't remember what we were doing for this.
Getting it all figured out right here.
Getting the tunage done.
My friend named Joe got them horseshoes though. Gonna put it on your horses and ride. Friend named Joe, you know what it is though. And if you're gonna do it, yo, you gotta be true to your life. Yeah, Joe. Joe, he's gonna make you know. My good friend Joe. Joe, you know what it is though?
No, don't tell me.
Bo-nose baseball.
Bo-nose baseball.
And football.
And how to break bats over his knee, apparently.
Oh, yeah. That was badass. Super badass.
Super badass.
Under sheets of clay, they spread out before me as her body once did. All on by horizon before the clears sun. Earth and the sun out. Yeah, I tasted and breathe and taking a turn. Yeah, guys. Whatever, we're just jamming. You know what? We ran out of time. Sorry we couldn't play the whole song for you guys, but whatever.
It is what it is.
It's an upload thing. We're just jamming.
Nobody cares.
Play an outro type thing.
Okay, outro. Why you gotta do it to me?
All right, we're going to do... Yeah, just do an outro, and it's going to fade out on you. But say goodbye. That's Joe Messer.
Peace out, motherfuckers. I'll talk to y'all later.
Joe Messer, KT Bar, Equine Service, Horseshoe Service. You could... And other stuff. Joe Messer. Good friend of mine. Peace, we out of here. Be good to yourselves.